Yeah, can you see this wide day? Yeah, it's bright, white, but not in terms of bright that it's the sunny day. It's not sunny day. So when I was sleeping this night, not this night, yesterday evening I went to my son's school. It was 9:30 in the evening because there was a trip in my son's schools. They went on the trip and the announcement was the message we received that we have to reach there by 9 p.m. in the evening, or I reached 8:45 around 8:30 8:45 because I was aware that it may rain because the area was raining surrounded all the area there was rain. So I noticed that when I hit the main road I was wearing raincoat. When I hit the main road, I noticed the traffic. It was gridlock. Yeah, it was causing the gridlock. But anyway, I need to take wrong side, so I was more care about that. I was more mindful. So I anyhow managed. I traveled with my bike, or I reached the school, and at that time it was drizzling. It was not raining. But again, it was okay that I was wearing the raincoat. Finally, when I hit to the school, I arrived there and I noticed a lot of people they came by four-wheeler. There were some people like me, a handful of people they came by bike, but the majority of people they came by their four-wheeler, and the all ground was full with the people four-wheeler. Generally, it does not happen during the evening. It may happen during the afternoon when all guardians they go there to receive their children, but generally most of the children they go by the school transport, so only handful of people come. But yesterday the scene was different, the event was different. It was organized event, already announced in advance, so that there were no transport provided by the school. All guardians were responsible to bring their children over there, so that from there bus was organized and to pick and drop. I mean, the bus will take them from the school and will bring them to the school after a tour, and then the guardian were responsible to bring them from there. So it was the scene yesterday. So in the evening when I reached there, I called to the driver. So fortunately in the morning I asked the driver where my son was sitting in the bus, and he, because I was very polite with him. So when you are polite with anybody, they agree with your statement. So finally he gave his number. I called him in the evening and he told me that it will take another an hour. Oh my god, it was already 9:15, and again an hour means 10:15. But anyway, there was no alternate way. I was waiting and I was keeping taking around. I was walking. That is my general trait, that whenever I get an idle time, I keep walking. But unfortunately, I was not carrying my this earbud. Even I was not about to carry the phone, but my wife suggested not to leave there in the room in case something happens. You wanna inform somebody, you must walk with the phone. So I took the phone because I was wearing the raincoat, so there was no problem. I know it will not harm. The rain will not harm. So I was there. I was waiting for them, and finally after taking around I got tired. I was feeling thirst because I had a dinner at my room, but I couldn't drink water. Generally whenever I have dinner or lunch or breakfast at the same time, I hardly have one sip or two sip water, not more than that. After an hour when I feel thirst, I use the water, I drink water. So the same habit yesterday I did, and when I reached a school, I was waiting, I went to drink water, and after drinking water, people were just, they all were busy, engrossed in their phone. When we have time, we engrossed in our phone, or they were hooked into it. They were scrolling incessantly, or watching something. Depends. Somebody was, taking around. I noticed a husband and wife couple. They had a huge. I mean, it is a small umbrella, but that was great one. The huge umbrella. Uh, they were walking over there, and like me, I was also walking. So now, after taking two or three walk, I wanted to see the time, but again, the reaching when I reached there and the time when I watching, it was only half an hour difference. Again, I believe I was presuming, I was keeping in my mind that it will take another half an hour at least. So I sat on my bike seat, and again I started watching mobile phone, but there was no network. I don't know why, because of rain. But generally rain doesn't cause. But yesterday, somewhere I was noticing some trouble in my network. The bar was clear, the network was clear, but again the internet was not coming. The audio call I could have done, but when it comes to network, about the internet 5G. It was not working. So anyway, still we are human. So I was just scrolling down, and finally I was getting bored. But I noticed the bus came. There were three buses. I didn't know in which bus my son is sitting. I mean, I was not aware about the bus number, but I know I had seen the driver's face, so I can recognize him well. First bus came. I thought this is the bus where my son was sitting, but no, it proved to be wrong. Then second bus, no. Third bus, the last bus. When it came, I saw some of his colleague whom I noticed while going, and I was sure that he's in this bus only. It was drizzling the time, and from the window, I noticed people were coming one by one from the bus, but I could not notice my son. Now it was creating some dubious in my mind. I was skeptical whether he is in first, second, or third. I'm not aware. There might be they must have changed the bus while coming. While going, they were sitting somewhere. They might have changed and sitting in another bus. That may be. But I was standing peacefully because I noticed the driver. In the morning, I had word. The same driver was on the last bus that came. Or finally, I noticed after a lot of students they came out, they were walking out of the bus, and I noticed my son back of the bus he was sitting in. I noticed his face, then I was sure. I stood over there in front of bus, and when he get off the bus, I asked him, I took him, I put my hand on his shoulder, I just smiled, and then I asked him to come with me, and we went to the bike. I sat on the bike, and we came to the home. At that time it was drizzling only. But when I saw notification, there was clearly mentioned heavy rain at night. And again, when we slept at night, it must be, but in the morning, I heard it was clear, apparent, the patter of the rain or rain patter. It means the sound of rain. And it was not drizzling, it was raining cats and dog. I don't know why today my wife, she was so so nimble, and she woke up and she rushed to the bathroom. She started taking bath. Meanwhile, I also woke up. Generally, I go first to the bathroom. I was feeling pressure for toilet. Oh my God! When you have such situation, it's horrible. But I couldn't have done anything because she already went inside, and only I had option to wait. I was waiting. Meanwhile, I saw some news. I mean, social media. Then I thought, why shouldn't I read some uh, book? I read one chapter of book, then thereafter I listen podcast. I still sit inside. My pressure for toilet was increasing. The pain, the feeling when you are wanting to go for toilet and there is no option for that. And I finally knocked the door. I asked her, "Hey, I'm waiting, please." And she said, "Okay, I'm about to finish my bath." And finally I had to wait a few minutes more. Finally she came out. I went inside. After toilet, after doing brush, I came outside. I did exercise. She was worshipping. And now after doing exercise, she told me again the sarcastic comment, "Don't you want to go outside?" Or I thought, wow, it means she wants me to go. I was thinking to escape today's plan, but that motivated me. Instead of demotivation, that motivated me. And I finally roll my sleeve, the trouser sleeves, and hold the umbrella. And now she said, "Why are you going outside? It's okay. It is cold. You should not go." But it could not stop me. Finally, I descended the staircase, or I hit to the road, and I noticed, oh my God, the rain. Because of rain, it was a stream on the road. The water, it was accumulating from the upper area, high area. All water was streaming going to the low lying area. And I came on the area where I walked. I walked also. I recorded a great video around 20 minutes that will I post here also. And now I reach the place where I record everyday video. I am very happy when I don't miss my chance. Yeah, why not? I want to be a great public speaker. I want to whatever things linger in my mind. I don't want that to lose. I want that to capture, especially in the morning. Why not? In the morning time, a lot of idea we have, and because yesterday happened, today happening, last day happen, these all accumulate behalf of that experience. A lot of things are lingering, streaming in our mind. We are overwhelmed with ideas. So why shouldn't we speak that out, and so that we may judge our strength? Should I, or am I able to narrate that? Am I able, whatever we are holding in our mind, to narrate that or not? And that is one of the great way, so that we are able to judge, measure our capacity, that am I able or not, or where should I improve when it comes to speaking. So again, you notice the rain, I believe it will come. It will be incessant rain as per the weather department. I can see the cloud on the horizon, the black cloud, they are floating in the sky on the horizon. And but it is now day, quiet day, it's peace. I can hear the sound of water. There is small how to say, drainage system where water goes, and it creates sound, but there is no sound now. It's very clear, and I believe this day would be the rainy day. Or only my problem would be everything is okay, it is Sunday, I don't need to go to a school. But my problem would be only and only when I'll take a bath, wash my clothes, the clothes will not get dry. So anyway, we should not think about the inconvenience, the troublesome, but again, it is opportunity, because someday we must enjoy such weather where it is drizzling or all day long it's drizzling. I know sometimes it creates some situation where you are not able to go out and walk, and there is no sunny day. But again, every weather has its beauty, and that beauty we must enjoy instead of complaining. Yeah, so we must enjoy, and today I am thinking to enjoy it. How? Because it is Sunday, I'll read some book, I'll revise my all vocabulary that I know, and I read some article, a lot of activity. I'll do practice of speaking, some sound modulation. These all things will be in my routine today. Even staying inside the room, I'm not gonna squander my time. Instead, I'm gonna make that productive. Cultivate my growth. That will fuel, that will elevate my confidence level. And that is why we must not forget to work on our communication skill. That is one of the great way that will elevate your personality, and everybody wants to have that great skill set. That is an art. Why? Because the art means something that is great. It makes somebody a charismatic guy that may attract, compel people when they open their mouth and narrate anything, whatever he has in mind. The way of speaking is one of the great art. See, once you become fluent, that's another matter. But another matter, after becoming fluent, how to speak, how to pace the rhythm up, down, and the how to say dialect, these all matters later on once we become fluent, because ultimately now we have ingrained, we learn a lot of structure, vocabulary, a story we can narrate, we can speak. But when it comes to how to speak, how fast we must, how great articulation we must reveal, express, that comes later on. And that is what I'm working on that. And the same thing I'm gonna teach all the people they are learning with me. So thank you. I must go now because it is the time that will rain again. But my target is finished, nothing is left in my morning routine. Every day I finish, and I believe now I must squelch through the mud. So a squelch word means when you are walking there is a muddy area, we use the word a squelch. So I will squelch through the word. It's not all the muddy area, somewhere in the a small part, the gap part, but again there is concrete road where I'll enjoy. And there through the main concrete area there is some shop, they must have open. I'll say good morning to all guys. There are two people, one is sell the pan and one has grocery shop. Every day when I cross, I must greet them, so that we have such liaison, harmony, we are tuning with each other, and that somewhere shows a great generosity. So thank you guys. Don't stop yourself to enjoying the weather, and never stop yourself speaking English. Speaking English will always help you out all the life. Thank you and bye bye.